Hello, it is March 29th, Wednesday morning, and I'm about to head to the hospital to have my surgery. Originally I was supposed to be there at 5:30, but they called yesterday, told me to be at 7, so a little bit later. We'll be in pre-op probably about 2 hours, they estimated. So the surgery should start around 7, and they've estimated 1.5 to 2 hours for the surgery itself. I've been on liquids for just the last 2 days, which got old very quickly. It's just water and protein soup. The protein soup I get is the Bariatric brand, which is actually produced through the office who's doing my surgery. Tastes pretty good, but like anything, once you've had it 6 times a day for 2 days, it gets old pretty quickly. So I haven't been able to drink anything since after midnight. I've got an anti-nausea patch on the back of my neck I've been wearing since last night. I've got my CPAP machine all packed up, and I'm ready to go. So I will see you soon. Hey there, onlydraven again. I am now sitting in pre-op, ready to be taken back. They have run 2 IVs. I've got one in the back of each hand. They also had to shave my stomach, which I was not expecting. So laying here naked while a dude shaves you is a different experience for me. He had to cover up my man bits with washcloths. Had to use several, just several. And other than that, I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for them to give me the medicine that will get me high as a kite, and then take me back there and do the surgery. So wish me luck, and I'll see you again when we're done. onlydraven here again. It is approximately 8:30 at night. I successfully completed my surgery this morning. Apologize for the sound quality. My voice is a little fuckered from the tubes they put in there. The surgery went really well. The doctor did advise my wife that they had a hard time getting through the artery wall. I'm sorry, what is it?
Abdominal wall.
Abdominal wall. And so because of that, I'm a little more sore than normal. I have some swelling. There are multiple cuts and lacerations around my stomach where they had to go in through. And there is a dent, like where they pulled something out. There's a divot in my stomach, kind of the size of a baseball shape. I'm not sure what they took out, or some bitch sideswiped me in the middle of the surgery. I hope the nurses got the damn license plate number, because I would sue a motherfucker. But I brought me back up to this room for the evening, and it's a nice place. I'm on multiple IVs. I was really sore afterwards. They had to give me multiple different painkillers, morphine, Advil by IV, until the pain finally subsided. And now it's more of just a pressure. Like it feels like there's a lump in my stomach, which is my stomach, and they have to insert a bunch of gas into your kind of chest and stomach area to push things out and give them more room. So I've still got a lot of gas in there. I've been drinking okay. I've been walking around. They pulled the catheter out after I walked 100 feet. They will not remove it until you can prove that you can walk around and get to the bathroom. This was my first catheter. Pray to God it's my last catheter, because that was uncomfortable. While it was in, it was fine, but pulling that thing out was odd. No man wants to have a hose yanked out his dick. That's just not fun. There was some burning using the bathroom after that, but they say that should last 24 hours. So overall, I'm feeling okay. Spirits are pretty high. If you'll check down here at my feet, you'll see I'm wearing these blue little booty sons of bitches. These things are to help, I guess, keep blood flow in my feet so I don't get blood clots. And I walked around and sat in the chair a little bit, but I'm getting a little tired. And so I think I'm going to take a nap, but I want to check in from the hospital. Day 1 surgery was a success. I'll check back in with some more updates. Good morning. It is Saturday, April the 1st, 2017, and I am back home. I was discharged yesterday afternoon at approximately 4:30 p.m. Got to come home and sleep in my own bed, which was phenomenal. And this morning I got to have a shower. There is no better feeling than having a shower after you've had days where you could not have a shower. I had to remove a lot of gauze and taping and stuff in order to be able to do that and tape it back up again, but that only lasts the next couple days. Getting discharged was not too hard of a process. I had to have my IVs removed. They removed my drainage tube. Also had to have an ultrasound on my legs to make sure there were no blood clots. Fortunately, there were no problems like that, no complications found, so I got to come home. I thought I'd give a kind of just a bit of an overall impression of my experience in the hospital. Overall, it was phenomenal. Everybody there was great. My doctor's name is Dr. Williams, and he's in the New Life Center for Bariatric Surgery out of the Tenova Medical Center in Turkey Creek, Knoxville, Tennessee. Dr. Williams was wonderful to deal with this entire process. He came in every morning and checked on me, talked to me about the lab work that had been done, where I was, any concerns he had, just overall great bedside manner. I felt very comforted, very positive. He told me that the fact that I'd lost over 60 pounds in just a couple months leading up to the diet put me in the top 4 or 5 patients he'd ever had for amount of weight lost, which was a good feeling. And it's also good to hear because he said that me sticking to it and taking it so seriously really puts me on a good path for success, and that he has no concerns that I'm going to mess up down the road with it. So it's always great to hear that kind of thing when the doctor has faith that you're going to be able to pull it off. So getting to come home was pretty good, although we ran into one minor snag. I forgot a key connecting component of my CPAP machine at the hospital. So my wife and I had to rush back to the hospital last night around midnight. Thankfully, it was still in the room. They hadn't cleaned it out yet, so I was able to get it back because it's really not safe for me to sleep without the machine. My sleep apnea is very, very bad, and it's even more dangerous right after a surgery like this. So luckily, that was not a problem, and I was able to get a good night's sleep. The nursing staff and support staff at the hospital were wonderful. Again, very friendly, joking around, talking, at the same time very informative. Always seemed genuinely concerned, and were very gentle. I mean, I had to have a lot of shots, blood drawn, adjusting IVs, removing tubes out of all sorts of orifices. Overall, they were very gentle and friendly, and I couldn't appreciate that more. So if you're ever in this area and need to have any type of procedure done, I highly recommend that hospital. It was a very good experience. So now that I'm home, I'm in what is considered phase 1 of the post-surgery diet. I have to drink 1 ounce of liquids every 15 minutes from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. And I can't sleep more than 8 hours. Unlike a lot of surgeries where you go home and they tell you to rest a lot, I have to be awake, or else I can't get in all the liquid in a day that I have to have. And I need that not only to get the nutrients and such I need, but also to stay hydrated. Since my stomach can only hold such a small amount, I have to get it in there a lot more often. There's also specific requirements. I need to have a certain amount of fats a day, carbohydrates, and most importantly, protein. So there's a large amount of different beverages that I can have in order to get that in, but it is kind of a match game and making sure you get the right beverages in the right quantities to meet all of those requirements. So I've designed a tracking sheet this morning to keep track of all that, and specifics on the diet, what you can have, how to track it. I'm going to go into more detail on that in my next video, where I really break down the post-surgery diets. So if you have any questions about that, or questions about the procedure that I had, please feel free to put them in the comments. If it's something you're considering going through with a surgery like this, let me know. If there's something you want to know about, put it in the comments. I'd be happy to go into more detail. There's really nothing I'm too shy to say. There's nothing I'm embarrassed about. So ask any question you have. I'll probably be way more graphic than you'd prefer. But I'm going to go into a lot more detail with life after surgery in consecutive videos in this series coming out. Please remember to like and subscribe the video. If you subscribe, then you can see more videos as they come out.
be able to continue with this series. I'm enjoying making these and sharing this with you. I appreciate you watching along and already the feedback and questions I've been getting. It'd be great to be able to help someone else going through this procedure. And if you're someone who has been through this procedure in the past and you have advice you'd like to throw at myself or any of my watchers, please put that in the comments as well. Happy to point that out. I'm sure I can use all the help I can get. But overall, it was a good experience. I'm home, which is a great feeling. I would like to throw a special thanks out there to my wife, who stayed in the hospital with me the entire time I was there, day and night. Middle of the night, she was the one who would have to get up and unplug all the IVs and machines so I could get to the bathroom or move around. And the early stages where I could barely get out of bed, she was making me, putting together the drinks, doing the measuring, recording it all. Excuse me. Every time I go to the bathroom, at least for the next few weeks, I have to pee into a jug. I've got to record how much that's information needs. She kept track of all that. She was just incredibly supportive, and there's no way I would have made through it without her. So thank you so much, sweetie. I appreciate your help. And, appreciate the rest of you sweeties as well. I'm just saying. Thank you so much for watching along with this video. Please stay tuned for further videos in the series, and let me know if there's anything you'd like to know. So thanks for tuning in.